Beloved, let me begin with a question that shakes the core. Who owns your mind right now? Is it you? Is it God? Or is it being slowly conformed to the systems of this world? We live in a generation where technology doesn't just want your time, your money, or your attention. It wants your mind. Neuralink, Elon Musk's brain chip project, claims it will help paralyzed people walk, restore sight to the blind, and even merge human brains with artificial intelligence. Sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But it's happening right now, in our lifetime. And here's the prophetic danger. The more humanity connects its brain to machines, the more Satan positions himself to connect souls to his system. This is not just medicine. It's not just progress. This is the end-time battlefield for the minds of men. 1. The sacredness of the human mind. When God created man, He didn't just give us flesh. He gave us a mind to reflect His image. Genesis 1 verse 27 says, "So God created man in His own image." That image is not in the bones or muscles. It is in the mind, will, and spirit. The brain is the seat of imagination, memory, creativity, and worship. Think about this. The brain has 86 billion neurons, each making thousands of connections. Science cannot fully map it. Do you know why? Because it is not merely biology. It is divine architecture. Job 32 verse 8 reveals the mystery. There is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty gives them understanding. This means your thoughts are not just chemical reactions. They are the meeting place between your spirit and God's spirit. That's why tampering with the mind is dangerous. It's not like fixing a broken arm. It's more like walking into the Holy of Holies. The human mind is holy ground. Don't surrender it to sin, science, or Satan. 2. Babel reborn. Let's travel back to Genesis 11. Humanity said, "Let us build a tower that reaches to heaven. Let us make a name for ourselves." That was Babel, the first great technological rebellion. The goal? Independence from God. Self-deification. A new identity apart from the Creator. Now fast forward to Neuralink. Humanity is saying again, let us merge with AI. Let us upgrade ourselves. Let us live forever through machines. This is Babel reborn. And just like then, it looks like progress, but it is actually rebellion. Proverbs 14 verse 12 warns us, "There is a way that seems right to a man, but the end thereof is death." When scientists split the atom, they promised progress, but it gave birth to nuclear bombs. What looks like advancement often opens the door to destruction. Every tower man builds without God becomes a monument to pride and a target for judgment. 3. Healing or playing God. Now hear me clearly. Technology is not inherently evil. God can use tools for His glory. If Neuralink helps a paralyzed man walk, we rejoice. Jesus Himself healed the lame. If someone blind receives sight, that mirrors the miracles of Christ. But the danger is when technology crosses the line from compassion to competition with God. Neuralink doesn't just want to heal, it wants to enhance. Imagine downloading languages instantly, boosting intelligence beyond normal human capacity, or linking minds directly to the internet. That's no longer healing. That's the Genesis 3 lie recycled. You shall be like God. Healing glorifies the Creator. Enhancement glorifies man. Control empowers Satan. The line between mercy and manipulation is thin. What begins as compassion often ends as control. Technology becomes dangerous when it stops serving humanity and starts replacing God. 4. The mind. Satan's prime battlefield. Family, let's get real. Satan doesn't need to chain your body if he can chain your mind. Judas betrayed Jesus not because his hands were bound, but because a thought was planted. The devil put it into his heart to betray him. Eve fell, not because the serpent pushed her physically, but because he whispered a suggestion. The real war is always for your thoughts. Now imagine what happens when man builds a chip that plugs directly into the brain. If your phone can be hacked, what about your mind? Think about it. Today, hackers can steal your passwords. Tomorrow, they could insert impulses into your thinking. If algorithms already shape your social media feed, what happens when algorithms can shape your thoughts? A hacked brain is not science fiction. It is spiritual slavery. That's why Paul warns us in 2 Corinthians 10 verses 4-5, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Whoever controls your thoughts controls your destiny. Don't let a chip replace the Spirit of God as the voice in your mind. 5. The forerunner of the mark. Revelation 13 verses 16-17. Now we enter prophecy. Revelation 13 describes a chilling reality. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man may buy or sell except one who has the mark. This prophecy is about control. Economic, social, spiritual control. So how does Neuralink fit? Let's be clear, it is not the mark yet, but it is a forerunner technology. It is preparing the infrastructure. First, we accepted contactless payments. Next, we accepted biometric scans. Now the next step, brain-linked identity. Think, if your wallet, your medical record, your digital ID, and your finances are all linked through your brain chip, how hard would it be for a future world leader to say, "No chip, no access"? Beloved, the system is not being built tomorrow. It is being built today. First, chips control computers. Next, chips control bodies. Finally, chips control souls. What John saw on Patmos is unfolding in front of our eyes. Neuralink is not the mark, but it is paving the way. 6. The soul at risk. Matthew 16, verse 26. Jesus asked the question that echoes through eternity. What shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? Think of the promises of Neuralink. Superhuman memory, instant downloads of knowledge, the ability to walk again for the paralyzed, sight for the blind. Sounds powerful, but the question is, at what cost? Satan always tempts with an upgrade. Eve ate because the fruit looked good for wisdom. Judas sold Christ for 30 pieces of silver. Humanity may sell its soul for a brain chip. Don't be deceived. The greatest danger is not losing your brain. It is losing your eternal soul. The devil never gives gifts. He only offers trades. And the trade is always your soul. 7. The Christian response in an age of digital deception. So what do? Do we run to the mountains? Smash our phones? No, Jesus told us to occupy until I come. But we must walk with discernment for end-time responses. Discernment, 1 Corinthians 10 verse 23. All things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. Not every innovation is evil, but not every innovation is righteous. Pray before you embrace. Prayerful resistance. The church must rise in intercession against global systems designed for control. Daniel prayed and shut the mouths of lions. We must pray and resist the lion of this age.